September 20th, 2017, Wimbledon, London. A garden fire sends thick, greasy smoke into the night. A neighbor recognizes the smell of burning flesh. Firefighters extinguish the flames and find a charred human hand. The homeowners, Sabrina Kouider and Wisam Meduni, stand calmly at the front door. They seem confused by the emergency services. By midnight, both are in handcuffs. The remains belong to Sophie Lionnet, a 21-year-old French nanny. She's identified only by the melted frame of her glasses fused to her skull. Sabrina Kouider was born in a London suburb on December 5, 1982. Her family moved to Paris when she was 2. She became the eldest of 4 children and was openly the favorite. Classmates remembered her as arrogant, domineering, and extremely selfish. She had almost no friends. Other girls were not rivals, they were enemies. A back injury as a teenager led to prescription painkillers. She tried to obtain them illegally and received a police warning. The warning changed nothing. She graduated from the Sorbonne, but never found real work. Sabrina met Wisam Meduni while working in a sweet shop. He was 6 years older, a manager at a French company. He fell deeply in love. She saw a man she could control. They moved in together within months. She cheated on him openly, with friends, colleagues, even his best friend. Wisam tried to leave several times, but always returned. In 2001, Wisam earned a master's degree and a major promotion. He gave her all his income, including rent from family properties. A son was born. A Frenchman later claimed paternity. The 2008 financial crisis destroyed Wisam's company. Sabrina decided to move to London without consulting him. He followed. She failed to break into fashion, working instead as a nanny in a call center and in a cafe. Then she turned to music. At an audition, she met Mark Walton, a Boyzone founder turned billionaire producer. He fell in love at first sight. She left Wisam immediately. For months, she lived a life of celebrity parties and designer clothes, but her jealousy and demands drove Walton away in 2011. After Walton left for California, Sabrina gave interviews accusing him of violence and abuse. She called him crying, threatened suicide. None of it worked. She was pregnant. Walton offered a monthly allowance, but only after a paternity test. She refused and demanded double. He refused. She spread false claims on social media. Break-ins, assault, sexual violence. Walton had an alibi. He was in America. He filed a defamation lawsuit. Lease threatened action. Sabrina stopped. She returned to Wisam, now a London bank executive, and settled in Wimbledon. Sabrina needed a nanny. She placed an online advertisement. Sophie Lionnet, 19, from the small town of Troyes, applied. She was shy, kind, wore glasses. Her parents were factory workers. Sophie wanted to see a big city. The job offered £50 per week plus room and board. Sabrina saw someone easy to control. For a few months, everything seemed normal. Sophie bonded with the children and explored London. Then, Wisam lost his job. The family's only income became child support from Walton. Sabrina's rage found a new target. Sophie's pay stopped. Her passport was confiscated. She was forbidden to leave the house. Her calls to France were monitored. Sabrina accused her of being Mark Walton's secret accomplice, sent to harm the children. Sophie had never met Walton. The truth did not matter. She was moved to a cold basement, fed once or twice a day. Her weight fell below 40 kilograms. Her hair fell out. A front tooth was knocked loose. Beatings began. A golf club, an iron cord, electric shocks. Her head forced into a toilet until she suffocated. Sabrina recorded videos of the torture, forcing Sophie to confess to the fake conspiracy. In late summer 2017, Sabrina took Sophie to a police station, claiming Sophie would testify against Walton. Sophie said nothing. Police spoke to her alone. She was malnourished, limping, missing a tooth, under 40 kilograms. They let her go, back to the basement.
In mid-September, Sophie called her mother, sobbing, saying she wanted to come home. Her mother promised to buy a ticket. That was the last time she heard her daughter's voice. On September 20th, neighbors called police about a garden fire and a sweet, greasy smell. Firefighters found a charred human hand in the ashes. The body was identified by melted glasses frames embedded in the skull, Sophie's glasses. The autopsy revealed multiple rib fractures, a cracked jaw, blunt force trauma, and missing teeth. Cause of death was likely asphyxiation before the fire. Inside the house, police found videos of the torture. Wisam had calmly bought firelighter fluid and dinner after the murder. Both were arrested. The trial began in March 2018. Sabrina claimed she was a victim of Mark Walton's torment. Medical experts confirmed she had mental disorders, but was not insane. She understood her actions. Wisam was psychologically dependent, but fully aware. On June 26, 2018, both were convicted of torture, humiliation, and murder under aggravating circumstances. Life imprisonment, no parole for 30 years. Neither has admitted guilt. Mark Walton gave a substantial check to Sophie's parents. Sophie was 21. Sabrina will be 71 before she can apply for freedom.
A 21-year-old girl with a pair of glasses and a dream burned in a garden fire because a failed socialite needed someone to destroy. Sophie's family will never recover. If you want to help keep her memory alive, like this video, share it, and subscribe.